Get ready to start jumping up and down like idiots.
I may not be the world's greatest lover, but 17th place isn't half bad.
It's Madamus of the Back Library, former Cosmic Defender turned archive curator, streaming throughout every week. Retro and modern game stream. Watch him fail. Yapping stream. He'll call you pretty. Karaoke stream. Prepare your ear holes. Movie and TV watch-along stream. Definitely not infringing copyright. Definitely. Bonus gorilla stream. Watch them for Harambe. If you don't watch live, Chibi Madamus will cry. Is that not enough? If you don't watch live, the dinosaurs will go extinct again.
Don't blame me, I did not authorize any of this.
Plus, why watch Madamus of the Back Library for free when you can pay for it?
I'd like to talk to you about our special financing options.
YouTube channel memberships starting at one incredibly low price.
Less than all your favorite prescription drugs.
And Madamus will moan the name of anyone who becomes a member live.
Wait, what?
New schedule posted weekly on X and YouTube. Go read it.
Back that up. What's this about moaning?
All streams scheduled in Eastern Time, God's favorite time zone.
When did I ever agree to moan every member's name?
Always streaming horizontal, never vertical, just the way you like it.
Quit changing the subject.
Follow, subscribe, like, watch, do the things, have the fun.
Okay, fine, as long as I'm getting paid.
Madamus of the Back Library.
Greetings, brohams, what the dealio? Welcome to the Back Library. I am Madamus, former Cosmic Defender turned archive curator. Hail to the chat. Welcome in Jennifer. Welcome in Judd. Welcome in Omegs. Welcome in my ear trumpet has been struck by lightning. Welcome in Nick Gamer. Let me make sure. I know Guy Kagami was here earlier. Welcome in the Shy Siren. And thank you so much for the gifted memberships, ear trumpet. I'm sorry it broke again. Because of course it broke, you know, YouTube. We can't have Madamus hitting that lucky number of 100 members before before it all resets at the end of the month. What can you do? But thank you for trying. I'm going to do housekeeping real quick and send feedback to them. But first things first, let me moan a name. Let me find it. Where is it? Where'd the name go? Where did it go? Okay, it is Curbman. Ooh, woo. My work here is done. Okay, now, just a moment, chat. Before we say anything... Oh, well, let me do everything else, too. I'm getting myself distracted by the breaky break. Thank you, everyone who's watching. And those of you who are lurking, thank you for lurking. If you are VOD watching, thank you for watching the VOD. Please consider a comment on the VOD. It does help with the algorithm. Like, subscribe, notification bell, follow on Twitter, do the things, follow... Wait, what? Do the things, have the fun, win the game. Yeah, you said distractions, and then I almost said follow something again. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, it's Friday, y'all. Y'all, it's Friday. It's Friday. Well, it's Saturday in the case of Ear Trumpet. It's, I don't know, pick a day. Pick a day, and that's the day it is, I guess. I don't know. Here, let me send a thing to It's Saturday. Gotcha. Friday, Friday, getting down on Friday. I don't remember the rest of that song. Let me send a thing to YouTube since, you know, yeah. Whatevs. Okay, there's that. Let me get it saved right there. Okay, send feedback. Sorry for everyone who's coming in. I just need to do a little bit of housekeeping real quick. Let me copy and paste this over. Man, at least we got one out of it before it broke. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But we were, in fact, I'm going to see how many we were away. We might be only like three members away, and we might not hit it for opening the new thing because of YouTube breaking it. One of my viewers gifted 2 memberships to my channel. The second one went undelivered. This has been an ongoing problem since June 24th, 2025. I verified my regulars. I've also stopped emailing creator support because they offer no help. That reminds me, I gotta fill out the thing for Lucid. It's reached a point where my use this sooner. Okay, capture screenshot. Here we go. Capture screenshot. We'll just take the picture right here. Allow. Highlight. Right here. Just a moment, chat. Done. Send. All right. Boom. 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 There we go. Okay, what did I get? For me, yeah, I was trying to get the 100. I appreciate that air trumpet. Man, you don't know how much I appreciate it. Seriously, and I appreciate everyone who's here. I appreciate everyone, and I appreciate all of your support. Always. Let me, in fact, I want to see real quick. I just want to see how close I am. Because it might have already changed. Some of them might have already reset. Oh, what happened? Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Ear Trumpet. You didn't have to do that. YouTube creator support is a contradiction in terms. They support no, they don't. As far as I know, and you don't get the concierge, supposedly. I mean, it's probably just as bad. You don't get real support, I guess, until you hit 100K. Then they'll let you talk to people who, I guess, I mean, they'll probably still force you to talk to bots, but apparently once you hit that 100K subscriber mark, then they'll let you talk to. It's so stupid, isn't it? It's so stupid. I mean, and the thing is, I can get it. I understand if you're at 100 subs and they feel like, I get it with smaller numbers, but it gets to a point, it's just, why do they even open up creator support to, why do they claim to open it up to people once you hit, I think, 1K subs is what you have to get any of the support? I could be wrong on that number too. But why open it up at all if you're going to just, you know, still hand it off to bots and still just gaslight? But you appreciate me more, right, Madamus? I appreciate everyone. Don't make me choose. Don't make me choose, people. But thank you so much for the 5. You didn't have to do that. You genuinely didn't have to do that. Let me see total members. Okay. It says I'm at 96, so I'm still 4 away. Now that might not be registering the new one, but it says 96, so I'm you know, between 3 and 4 memberships away of having a new emoji, which will reset at the beginning of the month. Hopefully, maybe next week it'll all be fixed again, because it seems like it gets fixed at the start of weeks. I don't know. Starts of weeks and starts of months, it'll get fixed and then break again. I don't know. I don't know how it works. But welcome in, everyone. Before we get to the movie of the night, first of all, anyone coming in, if you want to watch along, there is a pinned link, and it is also listed in the video description. That is a copy of this movie on archive.org. Now, the copy of the movie on archive.org is not as good a quality as the YouTube free with ads version, but it's one that everyone should be able to access. And it is widescreen. So there you go. More GAT to come. Yeah, more emojis, more GAT. Yep, something. I don't know. Well, no, not more GAT, just more emojis. Oh my gosh, I can't think. I can't think straight. But about the poll, where most people are saying no, don't. I promise you, if I do it, it wouldn't be a super expensive game. There's something I'm eyeballing on Atari 7800, and it's basically a case where getting a WATA certified now, the thing about WATA copies of games is they're in these thick plastic cases that you have to break, basically, to get it open. So I would have to break this thing open in order to get it open. Because once they're sealed in there, it's supposed to stay sealed as a collectible forever. You get to enjoy it by never enjoying it. Well, heck with that. We want to play our games here in the back library. So there's a copy of an Atari 7800 game and a WATA copy that it's about 15 bucks or less more. This seller's just trying to get rid of it than buying a brand new copy that is not WATA certified. So my thought was, you know, maybe it lends itself to content. Since there are a lot of people who cannot stand WATA, I am definitely in that camp. I think WATA is just, you know, a joke and a fraud. In fact, they've been proven fraudulent before because they've certified reproductions. They've certified repros as being legit and things that have been resealed as being legit. So WATA is, yeah. And WATA's partially responsible for all the high prices you see with games. I'm curious, what do you like more, widescreen or full screen? I like whatever the original intended format is, Judd. So if a movie was shot and shown theatrically widescreen, I want it widescreen. If it was shown intended to be full screen, if it was open matte and intended to be left open matte, I want it full screen. I want anything that does not compromise the original image. So like TV shows, when you have a TV show and they go back and force it to be widescreen, I cannot stand when they go back and crop something to be widescreen. So yeah, anything that is original, or intended aspect ratio. Water is not a scam, Matt. No, water is not a scam. Speaking of which, if you got a drink, take a drink, hydrate or dihydrate. Hello, everyone. I'm exhausted. Get some rest then. Under 4 hours of sleep. Welcome in, Dalen. Welcome in last night. I feel ya. I'm not going on a bunch of sleep either, or string. I'm out of string, chat. No string. So I'm returning to bed. No worries. Feel better. Woke up to eat dinner so stomach doesn't hurt. It jumped. It doesn't hurt with hunger. Gotcha. But I hope y'all have a good stream. No worries, Dalen. Feel better. Have a good rest. Appreciate you stopping in to say hello. And welcome in, Luciano. Welcome in. When you crack it open, you could clickbait it with a short saying you're about to throw money down the drain by doing this. See, and that's what I was thinking. But now everyone is voting against it. Why do I have to run my life like a democracy? Yeah, so if y'all want to see me destroy value in real time, for real, definitely, you know, start making that poll go the other way. Go the other way. Go the other way. Honestly, if it's close, I might still do it. Right now, we're at 62%. If it doesn't go up more, I might still do it. But if it keeps going up with people saying no, don't, then I probably won't. But, and I got to decide tonight because it's something where if I'm going to pull the trigger on this, I need to pull it now. Because I voted yes. Thank you, Jed. I appreciate it. What else was I going to mention? Oh, next week, chat, is going to be an interesting week. So my throat's still wrecked, as some of you can hear, but that won't stop me from getting stuff done, including for Siren, who was here, may still be here. I know Siren asked me to record something for her. I will get that for you at the beginning of next week. So probably Monday I'll be taking the time out to do that, since I won't be streaming on Monday, and, you know, my throat will be healed up at least enough following Sunday where I feel confident I'll be able to be confident enough to do a good job for you with that. A well enough job, an adequate job, a job that is indicative of my normal quality, which may or may not be great. I don't know. Oh my gosh. No rush. Hey, yeah, no, but I'd like to get the reason I said then is because I'd like to get done, you know, on a Monday when I'm fresh after having a day or so off from streaming is probably going to be the best time to knock that out, when my throat will be good. I thought I'd be able to do it at the end of this week, and I don't know, maybe I was taking some sort of meds or something when I had that thought, because that was not a good thought. Oh my gosh. You'll be perfect. Bless. Next week's going to be interesting. I'm curious, did you hear about the winter storm? Yeah, I've heard about the winter storm. I hope everyone is staying safe and warm. I know a lot of people are going through heavy storm right now. I'm luckily for me, I live in a place where we generally decide to skip winter and let the rest of y'all have it. Don't get me wrong, we've had some cold, and I do think the cold is going to be hitting here like this coming week, later in the week. So joy of joys. And I have had to run my heater, you know, occasionally, because, you know, it dips down below 72, and Madamus here starts to get the chill. I know y'all hate me for saying that. Oh boy. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, couple of things. Before I talk about next week, I do need... got myself... Yes, you mentioned that, Omegs. Little electric heater for my room, and now I get to enjoy a nice warm room. Nice. And see, usually me too, my streaming cubicle for sure always gets... I mean, it gets hot in here. Especially once I have the heater on in my place, because it'll blow in here, and then I got the heat from the PCs, and... no, too hot! But that's good. In fact, I should do a little heater again instead of running the heat at some point. That'd be nice. It always made things cozier. A few things about next week's schedule. And then we'll talk about a few other things. Oh, well, no, first let me talk about the other things. First things first. Oh, hold on, let me back this up. The thing is awesome. It turns off if you tilt it, lift it, or if you set the thermostat really low and it hits that temp. Nice! That is good. That's good that it'll automatically turn off too if you tilt it or lift it. That's good. Wow. Nice. No worries about knocking it over then. Before I talk about the next week's stream, let me go ahead and do promotion for a friend of ours. Fumi Kokia is going live on Irium in like the next 4 minutes. She has her Irium debut at 8:30. I wish Irium had a browser version, because I would love to have done a watch along for her for her debut before we even start the movie tonight. But yeah, Fumi Kokia, our good friend Fumi, is going live on Irium. So if you have Irium and you don't want to watch the movie, or you want to watch that and the movie, head over there in just the next few minutes. Plus, for our Canadian friends, Irium is now available in Canada. They worked everything out. So if your phone or your tablet can handle it, there you go. I still need to try my tablet with it again. I was going to do it to watch the debut of Fumi, but then, you know, she changed her time, and what can you do? I don't have it. Yeah, I don't have it installed. I need to get it. I tried to get Irium to work on PC. It didn't work. That's too bad. Oh, welcome in, Vice. Welcome in. Good evening, everyone. Remember to put your cell phones on silent during the movie. Indeed, don't want the cell phone going off unless you're using it to watch, you know, Fumi's debut. That's okay. We'll give a pass for that. Oh, and before I talk about the schedule next week, once again, and I forgot to say this last night, be sure to keep our friend Katerin Naranya, her sister, keep Katerin's sister Charlie in your prayers. From what I understand, she is still comatose, or at least to some degree, because there have been some responsiveness, but she is still comatose overall. I don't know how it all works, so I don't have tons of information, but please keep her in your prayers. She's still on the road to recovery, hopefully shorter more than longer, but regardless, she's still still needs your prayers. So yeah, keep Kat's sister Charlie in your prayers, and their whole family as well. Both the families involved, Lauren and TB's family, as well as Katerin's. It's always so awkward mentioning it, but I mean, there's just no way around it. It's an awkward, unfortunate thing. But the good news is there have been positive signs. That's the important thing, is that it's more positive than negative, and that's what needs be. Let me go ahead and do Whiplash. Let's Whiplash and do a 180 and talk about next week. I've been working on the schedule. I'm having to change some of it because we finished Full Throttle last night. I didn't expect to finish Full Throttle in one sitting. Really, I didn't. Full Throttle is kind of a short game. I love the game, but it's kind of a short game. Lot shorter than The Dig, when we did The Dig, and they both came out about the same time. I really enjoyed The Dig. Man, I almost want to play it again. I mean, in my free time, not on stream again. So next week we will be doing something called Man, I Just Want to Go Home, which is a visual novel, sort of a psychedelic semi-horror thing. We are going to be doing a Chinese safety videos watch-along on Friday, unless it turns out that they'll get me flagged. I need to check it and see if they're going to get me flagged. And we're going to be playing Agree. I pulled the trigger, I bought and downloaded Agree on Steam. That's the agreeing to the terms of service before you can ever play the game. So we'll see how that goes. It seems to be a major source of rage for people, so that'll be fun. Rage game. As for point and click night, graphic adventure night, I'm still picking one out. I was going to go ahead and do knock out a children's game at the same time and do Mixed Up Mother Goose, but it turns out there's actually 3 versions, not 2. And before I play it, I kind of want to see, learn a little more about one of the other versions. Yeah, if I have to pick it up. So I'm still picking out a point and click for that night. I'm leaning towards either the original version of Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, not the director's cut, and I don't have Reforged. Thimbleweed Park, which is from Ron Gilbert, the creator of Monkey Island, or Goblins, which is from the people who brought us Woodruff and the Schnibble, but is actually a good game. I've never played all the way through it, but it's a good game. What I miss here? Now here's some preview trailers coming to a theater near you. Yeah, sadly, I don't have any previews tonight, sadly. In fact, I didn't even put in the warning, don't go making out with each other thing, because last time that got me a copyright flag too, which really got me annoyed, because I'd already replaced the music on it with music that is Creative Commons public domain, and someone like put in a false flag for it or something. Oh no, the number's going up on the no, don't, you're a madman. I still might do it. I still might do it. Make everyone hate me. Make everyone hate me, and especially WADA. I should, if I do that with the WADA thing, if I do that with the WADA thing, I should also make it a point to post it on Twitter, and it's funnier. Yeah. You guys, I'm gonna do it. I should make it a point to post a short of it, like you said, though, but post a short Omegs on Twitter and tag WADA in it. Just so that they can, you know, do the actually or something. I don't know. But in any case, yeah. Yeah, if we do it. If it winds up getting overwhelming, then I probably won't. But oh boy. Should we talk about this? That's genius. Yeah. Yeah. Rage bait him. Ooh, I like that. I like that so much. Speaking of, that reminds me, Omegs, I need to start doing the trends. What's this trend everyone's doing where they're like rotating their VTuber model? I don't understand this. What's the deal with the, does anyone understand this? Could someone explain it to me, please? Because I don't understand this whole rotating your model thing. I don't think I can even rotate mine. Yeah, I don't think I can I? Transform, edit, okay. That's 90 degrees. Edit, transform, can I? Oh, yeah, I guess I can. Here, hold on. Let me see. Can I do it? Can I do it? Just a sec, chat. I don't think I've seen that trend yet. Yeah, apparently this is the new trend, chat. I don't know. For those of you who haven't seen it, I don't understand the thing, but apparently the new trend with VTubers is this. Just to like put your model at an awkward angle. I don't understand. Why is this a trend? It's chat. Why is this a trend? It's stupid. I'm even looking at myself on the screen and I feel like I need to crook my neck like this. I just like want to make myself standing up straight and hey. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not trendy and I'm okay not being trendy. I am okay not being trendy, chat. Uh-oh, I can't get back to normal, can I? Okay. Boom. They're fixed. Yeah. In fact, I saw 2 VTubers doing it yesterday, and they were talking about. Apparently, it's the new meta. Your model at an angle is the new meta. People. Whatever. I don't know who came up with it, but I hate you. Well, I don't hate you. I don't mean I hate you, but what you know what I mean. Ay. What else was I going to mention? Oh, and speaking of metas too, I do need to put out one of those lists, but not tag everyone. I guess the trend also is putting out a list of everyone you'd like to do a dream collab with. But I agree with someone we raid into quite a bit, Nora Boshi-Ariel. She put out her list. She didn't tag any of the people in her list. She just put the names in and said because she didn't want to bother them by tagging them. I agree with that. In fact, if and when I ever put my list out, I'll probably do it maybe tonight. Yeah, I don't think I'll tag anyone, but I do have like a dream list of collabs. But the thing is, my collab list is Yap collabs, like what I did with Lawnmower Girl recently. I just want to, I can't think of any gaming where I'd be good in a collab. I feel like when it comes to gaming, unless it's like just a trivia game or something, I feel like I am the worst person probably there is to collab with, because I'm just not, I'm not a pro modern gamer. I'd like to be, but I'm just built different like that, but I'd love to do yapping collabs and just, you know, sit down, talk, find out what makes them tick, how they got into this to begin with, what they're looking for, directions they want to go. That's the type of thing that, and then just from there, just let it spiral into 1,000 other tangents, because we love tangents. Okay. Hydration break, and then we'll talk about the movie. Madamus is built different. And I don't, honestly though, I don't feel like it's just me, because I look at, there are a number of streamers I know who don't do a lot of collabs. Gaming collabs. Now they'll do some musical collabs, but there are some I know that don't do a ton of gaming collabs. I know Amia Aranya did a gaming collab last night, and I think it was more of a retro game, but because she's a retro game streamer. But yeah, I don't know. And plus, anything that'd be suggested to me for a collab, I probably don't own anyway. Well, I say that, okay. The one thing I would not mind, and I'd be willing to spring for it, if I ever got invited to that Grand Theft Auto roleplay thing, if I ever got invited to that GTA roleplay thing that they do with VTubers, they've done a couple seasons of it now, I'd be willing to spring for that probably. I can see being given that a go and completely blowing it trying to figure out the controls the entire time. Oh dear. So what else do we need to say before we get into the movie? This is a movie watch-along stream. Let's talk about the movie for a moment, shall we, chat? So the movie we're going to do tonight. Tonight we're watching a Canon film. Canon films, I love. Canon films, though, if you look at their entire body of work, there's like 5% of their movies are legitimate bangers. Then there's probably another like 25% that are a lot of fun or fall into the that are good but not great, are a lot of fun. And then there's probably another 10% that are, or maybe there's another 25% that are so bad they're good. And then there's a whole bunch of crap. Tonight we're watching King Solomon's Mines. Came out in 1985. This was Canon Films' answer to the Indiana Jones franchise, even though it came a little bit late. Raiders of the Lost Ark had already come out 5 years earlier. So this was Canon Films' answer to Indiana Jones. The problem is it's also a time when Canon they'd overextended themselves, so they were low on cash. So the budget of the movie is good in some areas, and then there are some visual effects things that are just god-awful. There is some rear screen projector stuff that is bad. Oh boy, what do we got here? I'm pretty sure I've a copy of this movie on DVD somewhere. Yeah, I've got an old DVD somewhere, and I do have the Blu-ray from Olive Films before they went under. I've also got the Blu-ray for the sequel, and unfortunately, I prefer the DVD on that. Waiting for a child to come in and say, what is a DVD? At which point, we get to push the yeet button, Omegs, because, you know, 18 and over, chat. 18 and over. But this is the point when Canon was they'd overextended themselves. They were running low on money. And it's unfortunate because this movie could have been great. It really could have been great. Hit the yeet and feel like a dinosaur. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'll feel like one. Yeah, at that point, they deserve it for making me feel like a dinosaur. Excuse me. Oh, I bumped the mic. That's not good. What's a DVD? This is a joke. Oh, no. Oh, why did it have to be you, Guy Kagami? I'm so sorry.
Congratulations. You just won a free ticket to Yeet City, courtesy of Yeet Airlines. Once you reach your destination, you'll experience a one-of-a-kind meal at Casa de Yeet before heading to your luxury accommodations at the Yeet Hotel. And best of all, you will never return to the back library.
Okay, I legit don't know what secret we're talking. Oh my gee, we need, what is VHS? Oh, that would happen. You know, no, I actually don't know, Guy. I legit don't. If you're talking about my age, there's only one person who would know, and it was by accident, and that would be Aiko Zuri. Well, actually, it would be, she doesn't even realize it. Aiko Zuri would know my age if she'd paid attention. And I can't tell you when it is, but it's almost like a year and a half ago. At one point, there was some sort of discussion in chat of ages, and I said that I was born the same year as X movie. And, you know, it just went completely missed. And I never should have doxed myself like that. Yeah, but that's it. Oh, man. But what were we saying? So King Solomon's Mines could have been a banger. That said, this is a fun movie. It doesn't fall into the so bad it's good category. I think it's actually a good movie, but it's under budget, so it's not a great movie. It's somewhere between like a good and just plain fun. In fact, I'm going to put it in the category of just plain fun. I blame Sarah for teaching you bad habits. That's true. That's true. Sarah taught me all the Sarah of Lucid Multimedia. Oh, man. That reminds me, I got to get that Lucid question done, too. I haven't submitted it yet. I always feel weird doing stuff like that, and I feel it's just like the same way I did feel weird even about, it's like someday I want to apply for corpos, but I feel weird about it. Like even asking for collabs. I've never really asked for collabs because I just feel so weird about it. I don't know what it is. Can't spell Sarah Casera without the docs. That's the truth. That's the truth. Oh, man. Excuse me. Oh, man. King Solomon's Mines. King Solomon's Mines. I got to keep my brain on track so we can start the movie. So King Solomon's Mines, chat. Yeah, it was their answer to Indiana Jones. It's under budget. There's some weird editing going on. There's a couple scenes that kind of jump. And I think it's because whatever visuals they had in them were so bad that they cut it. Because I know that happened with, there is a sequel. Because this did well in theaters. It did do well. I mean, it didn't do great, but it did well for canon. So they did there is a sequel called Alan Quatermain and the Lost City of Gold. That one is a lot more under budget. It is not very good. It's more in the so bad it's good category. And its ending does not make any sense whatsoever. But the movie you're about to see has a lot of great things going for it. First of all, the soundtrack. The music to this movie is by Jerry Goldsmith. One of who I think of for me, it's when it comes to great soundtracks, some people say like, you know, Hans Zimmer, things like that. No. It all comes down to the 4 J's. John Williams, Jerry Goldsmith, John Barry, James Horner. The 4 J's. And so this is Jerry Goldsmith's soundtrack. Oh. Something jumped. I think it was just my thing. Oh, it was Library Bot. Don't make me check things, Library Bot. So the music's John Williams. I mean, not John Williams, Jerry Goldsmith. And it's sort of Jerry Goldsmith's take or an example of, I think, if Jerry Goldsmith had done Raiders of the Lost Ark instead of John Williams, I think this is a good idea of what it would have sounded like. And it is a really good sound. The one thing about this movie that no one can take away from it, is the score. The music score to this movie is really good, and the theme for the King Solomon's Mines March, let's say the King Solomon's Mines March versus the Raiders March of John Williams, it might not be as complex, but I like it better. There's something about it, and I hope y'all, even if you don't like it as well as Raiders of the Lost Ark, the music, I hope y'all will see, though, that the music is really good. Also, this movie has an almost great cast. Why do I say almost great? First of all, in the role of in the Indiana Jones type role of Alan Quatermain, you have Richard Chamberlain. Richard Chamberlain was a big name at the time, but Richard Chamberlain isn't really associated with action movies. So this is kind of out of his wheelhouse. That said, great actor, good talent, good pick. You have John Rhys Davies, who was in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Gimli. Okay, for the younglings here, he played Gimli in Lord of the Rings. John Rhys Davies is in this and acts the hell out of it. Herbert Lom is in this. Acts the hell out of it. I can't think of anything I've ever seen Herbert Lom in where he wasn't, just trying to, where he wasn't, full throttle 100%. But then you've got the unfortunate casting decision of a very young Sharon Stone as the female lead. And the casting of Sharon Stone was a mistake. And when I say a mistake, I mean genuinely, it was an accident. The producers said, we want the Stone Woman, and they meant Kathleen Turner from a movie called Romancing the Stone. But no one knew that, so they cast Sharon Stone. And reportedly, Sharon Stone was really, really, really hard to work with. And since this movie was shot, a lot of it in Africa, apparently some of the set hands, the African set hands, apparently were relieving themselves in her bath water to get back at her for the way she treated them. And then you add to that, I'm sorry, she's just not that good in it. She's just not that good in that. I'm not saying Sharon Stone is a bad actress, because she is in plenty of things that, have been giant hits like Basic Instinct. But this wasn't the right one, which I think you'll see and you'll agree that she is a bit more fish out of water than even her character is supposed to be. But without further ado, before I keep yapping about the movie, let's go ahead and watch the movie. Go ahead and get your copy set. Let me take us into the let me get us to the TV room. Let's go into the front room, kids. Door transition. Okay. Now, you will notice the timer at the bottom of the screen. That will start showing minutes. Once it gets past, it's kind of funky because the way I'm having to do it. Once it gets past the seconds, right now it's at 0 seconds, it will move up to the minutes and the hours and everything else. Okay, but there's your time code if you'd like to keep track. The copy of the movie to watch with. I cannot show the movie, and I cannot play audio from the movie. So, let me adjust my audio there. I don't like that. Okay, there we go. So the copy of the movie that we're going to be watching, chat, is in the pinned link. It is also in the video description. It is on archive.org. So go ahead and get yourselves set up and ready to hit play. Now, there will be an image behind me, which I'm praying does not get me bonked. Please, 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 if this stream goes offline, chat, please let me know so that I can, quickly try to make things better or something. Because y'all know we got kind of messed up with the transfers, watchalongs, plural. Although I do have it open, so I will be checking it too. I just need to make that window smaller. Let me change my mouse so I can press play. So the screen you see behind me is going to show the movie in a very blurred, messed up format. That is just there for reference purposes so that you know where in case the time code isn't enough, so you can see where I am in the movie as we're watching it. So without further ado, we're going to start the movie in 3, 2, 1, play. I always liked this opening too. I mean, at first glance, this seems like a really high budget film. Oh, not the door. So far. Yeah, 1 minute in, it's great. Oh, love that music. I've got an old CD of this, and there is a remastered soundtrack that's like limited to 1,000 copies. I keep trying talking myself out of picking up a copy of it. Music is loud. Yeah, it gets loud. No, it is a bit loud there. The fanfare. And it might be this copy also that's on archive.org. When it says based on the novel, as far as I know, it's very roughly based. But I've always considered this one of the best of the Indiana Jones clones, because there aren't a ton of Indiana Jones clone movies. And the ones that are out there, I mean, unless you consider the Goonies, a lot of them aren't that great. What do you mean sneaking? But yeah, a lot of their budget to this went to shooting it in Africa, and that might have been one of the mistakes, because they wanted to shoot it in Africa where it took place and didn't have money for other things later on, as you'll see. And there are like 3 other, I think, theatrical versions of King Solomon's Mines. Or no, maybe even more than that. There are a ton of versions of this. But this one, I do not believe follows the book at all. I've never read the book, but as far as I know, this one is King Solomon's Mines in name only. Chat, I'm going to have to step away for a moment because I've got a phone call, but I'm going to let the movie keep playing. Just give me a moment. Sorry about that, chat. Wow, $100? Oof. Yum, yum, red meat. Gotta love raw meat, indeed. While Linux keeps making users use command prompts to install programs, it will never outdo Windows. I agree on that, Luciano. So they're cannibals, Joy. Uh-oh. No, I agree with that, Luciano. That's the big problem with Linux is the using command prompts to install stuff. Because that's one of those things people really need. Yeah, it's annoying having to learn how to download things. Yeah, that's the one killer with it. That is the killer. Yeah, it's annoying having to learn how to download things. Yeah, and that's what I ran into when I tried using it years ago. And one of the reasons I never really went back, other than trying to set up an emulation machine with it. If that could be a little more streamlined, it would be golden. Yeah, and you'd think at this point, Omegs, Linux has been around long enough. Trying to configure my new laptop. Ah, gotcha. You losing Linux on your new laptop? Downloading Stream it has been a hassle. Ah. I know there's a version of Steam that's, they've got their own Linux build. I know there's their own Linux build that you can install as Steam OS. But I don't know much about it. I love that. So they capture her, and immediately she just rolls off the roof. Steam OS is the way to go, yeah. New laptop didn't come with, not coming with Windows. Well, if worst comes to it, I'd just put Windows 10 on it and refuse to ever upgrade and hope for the best. When doubt, Luciano keeps breaking itself. Yep. And the thing is, Richard Chamberlain to me, he seems good in an action role like this. To me, he does fit this type of a character, even though he was more of like a Shakespearean actor. He was more associated with that type of material. And with television. He was always more known as a television actor. Oh, he was also the first Jason Bourne before Matt Damon. There was a made-for-TV Bourne Identity, and it was Richard Chamberlain. And he was older at the time. So it was an older Jason Bourne almost. It was, I think, I like it better, but that's me. Mummifying a cat and passing it off as a baby? Oh, that's awful. Oh, I forgot about this. I love that. Those ain't bracelets. Oh dear, that's why I'm gonna get stuck in with the rope bunny thing, isn't it? Sure. Well then. Well, that was a cancelable offense. Camel jockey is a new insult I've never heard before. Yeah. Not for sale. Hmm. Yeah. I think I could rock a hat like that. Bunny Madamus and woo. Only 72%. Only. Man, that's higher even than the poll right now. Oh, sure. Wow. That escalated again, too. Ah, there it is. Jeez. Ow. Totally didn't do it. It's not like there's a body in there. Yeah, I know. Oh, dear. Friendly fire, indeed. Maybe you should have looked at it before you smashed it into everything. She's the most dangerous one here. Yep. You don't say. It's VTuber merch. Sure you are. That's why you're getting paid for it. Well, I know. Oh, good. Well, then. He just happens to carry dynamite in his pocket. Because why not? I would run. Well, or not. Oh! Well, at least he got to it. Should have put it out maybe, but he got it. That's true. She needs to be restrained before she knocks out Bobo. Yep. He's in danger. No kidding. No kidding. Yeah, you shouldn't have said anything, buddy. You're right, but you earned that one. Well, yum. They say the skin is the best part. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sorry, Jennifer. I know I meant with like chickens or whatever. Just keeps dynamite in his pocket. I guess that's the way to do it. Or maybe not. Let me just get out of the vehicle and run up and punch some people. Oh, well, freeing the slaves. That's good. He thinks he's James Bond pulling out an exploding cigarette. Yeah, except it's a full-on piece of dynamite. No one will know the difference. Stick of dynamite, cigarette. They look the same. Well, I guess you could pass it as a cigar, but still. Oh, the way they're handling those guns. I would have thought that would have broken his wrist. The recoil turning it at that odd angle. Nope. Yeah, no. Yeah. Yeah, and we'd have less problems. Sorry. Oh boy. Great, another college student. Put the fries in the bag. Welcome in, Flood City. Welcome in. Good evening. Clever setup to watch a movie, sort of like a riff tracks, just the jokes purchase. Yeah, this is the only way I can really do a watch along on here, unfortunately. But welcome in, Flood City. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good night. Classic old school TV. Yeah, and thankfully it's not messing with the compression as much as the one did last time. How all channels used to look. Yeah, pretty bad. Except a little more blurry. I did add more of a Gaussian blur to this one. To be safe. Don't stop. Oh, well. The extra blur is perfect. Thank you, Omegs. I appreciate it. It's not going to stop. I've been playing with the PC emulator tonight. Nice! Got a Pentium 166 MMX setup that works on my PC. Congratulations! That's awesome. I don't know what my virtual machine is that I've used. I know it's not quite. I know I upped it a little beyond that. I want to say it's at 200 megahertz I set it for, but nice. That's awesome. I love virtual machines. If you have one virtual machine, you can have them all. Yep, that's true. That is true. Just go and tweak it. But nice. Yeah, congrats. Yeah, it beats the stuff Microsoft's doing now. But that's awesome. Yeah. Set up a virtual machine, play Woodruff in the Schnibble, never want to use it again. No, let's not do this. How about no? Well, there went his hat. Darn, I really like that hat. I was thinking I could rock that hat, chat. And he lost it. Funny that we need 4 gigahertz CPU to run as 160. It is bizarre, isn't it, Flood City? You'd think it's just like with DOSBox. It's amazing that DOSBox requires so much power to do so little. None of it, nothing makes sense anymore. Now, this actually, I don't know how they shot this because this actually doesn't look bad. Later, you're going to see some rear screen projection stuff that is just terrible. It was probably just, they must have shot this live, yeah. This one, and Richard Chamberlain doing a lot of his own stuff here, so that's pretty. We always took our old PCs for granted. Never thought we, would need to keep them around. Nope, definitely didn't. That's brave. Welcome in, Greg Johnson. Welcome in. I mean, I'm sure the one pulling his head in was not really him, but yeah. Welcome in, Greg Johnson. Welcome in. Nothing beats practical effects. Yep, indeed. Indeed. That's one of the things I'll give Tom Cruise credit for with the Mission Impossibles too, is he did a lot of his stuff. Like, this is like William on that train. Oh, which William? I'm sorry, I don't know what we're talking. Oh, Shatner on that train. Really? I don't remember that. I'll have to look that up and see what that was. I don't think I remember that, Greg. Huh. I wonder also how much weather problems they had, because I'm looking at those clouds. King Solomon's Mines 2, that train will be CGI. Well, there is a sequel. It's pretty terrible. And we ran on that train for a crappy TV movie. Really? I've never seen that, Greg Johnson. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, pay no attention to the fact that we're all German and you're speaking English. Yeah, that amazing that didn't clue them in. Can't imagine why they lost the war. And this is set during World War I, by the way, not World War II, in case you couldn't tell. Or that period, at least. I hate to say this, but I love that line. I really do. Train car full of soldiers, hot sun, no ventilation. What would that smell? Oh, gosh. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Oh, boy. Well. Yeah, you're fighting a losing battle. Might as well let go. Cut your losses. Go home. And there's your rear projection. Some of it. Not that. That was a stunt guy, but. I'm really thinking about picking up the remaster of the soundtrack after watching this again tonight. 6-shooter with 20 bullets. Nice. Yeah! He reloads quickly. Oh. Well. Yeah, the soundtrack sounds great, even oddly spiky and loudness. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing like that. I don't know if it's just this copy on there. Unless it's a software issue playing it back, too. Because it seems to be okay on my end so far, but I'm not sure. Well, ow, man. Yeah. Yeah. At this point, you got no knees left, but that's okay. Yeah, this is when it goes. They tried to replicate Indiana Jones being pulled by the truck. Yeah, and this, don't worry, it gets worse. Here comes your rear projection. Yeah. Totally believable. Totally believable. Shh. Shh. Oops, I bumped the mic. Sorry about that. No way. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. The way that was cut. Yeah. Yeah. That's it's stuff like that where this movie starts the transition seamless. Yeah. I wouldn't believe it until I saw it. and yet it's still not really a bad movie. I'll still watch it over a Dial of Destiny. Whee! Oh boy. WrestleMania 3. I'll take this over woke. Yeah, no kidding. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh dear. Oh! Oh no! Oh no. 80s were peak silly comedy movies. Yeah, that's the truth, Flood City. Oh no. How about no? Well, balls. Oh no. Oh, ow. And she doesn't even scream. Gunshot comes from the floor. He goes flying into the air and she doesn't even scream. She just, Quartermain. Well, I mean, they were beating you and gonna beat her. Really? Well, he didn't ask you to do it. He asked Quartermain to do it. You'd think he would be saying, no, I don't want you to go. It's too dangerous for you, daughter. You'd think he'd be talking her out of it. Yeah, no way it's going to be like, you know, flying another 20 miles or something. Trying to copy the airfield sequence in Raiders of the Lost Ark, just like with them, you know, being pulled by the train. They tried to copy the Indiana Jones being pulled by the truck, but really failed. Ow. Ow. Well, here we go again. Another needless chase. You know, now that I think about it, for older movies, it took just one hit to take someone out. Yeah, in modern movies, it takes a week to take someone down. Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. In reality, if you did get slammed on the back by a wrench, it probably would knock you out. But yeah, you're right about modern movies. Yeah. And yeah, the punch to the face, too. In reality, if you weren't expecting it, that would probably, you know, take you down. But unless you were a professional fighter. Reality, it doesn't take a lot to take. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah, there's your good rear projection with her. Yes, because all men know we are born knowing how to fly planes. It's built into the chromosomes. Oh my gosh, yeah, that rear projection there is. This is wild. The script was probably 10 pages of action for every 1 page of dialogue. Yeah, if there was a script, Flood City. It is canon films, after all. The sequel, especially. The sequel, I'm not convinced there was ever a script, because it doesn't even really have an ending. The ending to the second one's just like cobbled together. His grip must be incredible. I'm gonna start saying never like that. I'm gonna start saying that on stream. Never. Jeez. Let me see. YouTube channel So Bad It's Good has done a bunch of canon films, and I've never been disappointed in them. Yeah, there are very few canon films that I don't enjoy. Some of there are some later ones I could say I really don't, but yeah. Even they're either they're so bad it's good, or there are a few that are legitimately good. This is sort of somewhere in between, because I don't think this is necessarily a bad movie. It's just, but it's also not a good movie. It's definitely a fun movie. Whoop. Because of course that would happen. Don't worry, it'll make sense. Just swing your legs a bit. It's all action. You don't need to think about anything. Just have fun. Plus, I'm a sucker for like Indiana Jones type of movies, and there aren't enough Indiana Jones clones, as I was saying earlier. I mean, there's these, Firewalker, the Romancing the Stone. Feels like a great clone. Yeah, it does. It does. I want more things like this, and there just aren't enough out there. I love Herbert Lom and John Rhys Davies. I mean, they can just chew up a scene. I can't think of any time I've ever seen either of them as actors, even in the lowest budget of things. I don't think I've ever seen them phoning it in. You can't say that for a lot of folks. Ha! What are these I just happen to be sitting on? Yep, they're all cannibals. And you just noticed this now? Jeez. No skin knees, no tears in clothing, no bruises. Everything's cool. Oh, he had to do it. Ay, ay, ay. I think that's one of the things, if I remember right, that he said. Once they got into the movie and they realized that it did not have the budget they were being told it had, that they just kind of started having fun with it and not treating it seriously. Oh, good. You can understand. I mean, there's a copy of Trancers on archive. Will you try to stream it again like this? No, we already did try to. We did we made it through Trancers streaming it like this recently, but we used the YouTube free with ads. It did get flagged, but I got it working again. So we did a few weeks ago. We did make it through Trancers already, but maybe Trancers too. I wouldn't mind doing some of the sequels. But yeah, I'm going to try to go archive.org anytime I can first. Oh, good. It's our cannibal friends. No, don't take the cool sawed-off shotgun. Huh. Oh. Yeah, well. Oh, dear. Looks like we're having hot pot, kids. That thing is pretty huge. Look out, stomach. Here it comes. Ha ha! And we're coming up on one of the worst looking miniature effects I've ever seen, but oh well, can't make jokes like that anymore. I know, isn't it sad? And yet it's such an obvious joke, Omegs. Okay. I don't think they care about you. They don't even worry about getting the clothes. Welcome in, Twin Opinion. Welcome in. I hope you're having a good night. It's getting hot in here. Yeah, a door in the middle of the pot. Sure. Does he think the pot leads to the ocean? You know, and the weird thing, when I was a little kid and I first saw this movie, I never even questioned whether or not this would work. In reality, I just bought it hook, line, and sinker. Of course, you'd think that that pot would be like halfway empty of water by now. And yet it doesn't seem to lose any. Ooh, corn. I saw corn. And that doesn't even look like the same pot. That miniature effect, it doesn't even look like the same thing. If this pot's rocking, don't come a knocking. Seems appropriate indeed. And you know, I can't say this is any more dumb than Indiana Jones' Crystal Skull when he gets in the refrigerator and gets launched away by the nuclear explosion. I mean, they should be, you know, just a bloody pulp at this point. Keep it rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Yeah, I can't say that's any more dumb than the refrigerator. That was great. Though they were I thought they were trying to break it. That's real tough clay. Yeah, very tough clay. It never shattered. It just rolled. I want to know how they made such a perfect looking pot. Where'd they get the kiln to put that in? Oh, good. Strongest clay in history. Yep. Get bored and wander off. Oh, who's a good little kitty? Who's a good little kitty? It says real small on the bottom, made in China. Oh, boy. Jeez. In reality, they couldn't stand each other. What is this? I know. Obligatory love scene. Obligatory love scene. Especially because he was considered a very, very hot ladies' man property. A lion's getting a show, yeah. Yep. Yep. So, this is what you people call corn. Well, you know, I do wonder if they actually left stuff like that there and if it's still just sitting there in the middle of Africa, grown over with weeds, the big pot. Rear projection for that scene for some reason. That must be an insert they had to put in. Well, probably buried in the sand by now. Yeah, because it reminds me, when this is over, I'll talk. I know I've mentioned it before, but about the Loch Ness Monster thing. That's what I was kind of thinking of. I'll talk about that when this is over. Whee! I don't know. I'd still be too freaked out to be, you know, giggling. I'm sorry. Someone grabs me in the middle of the jungle and lifts me into the trees, especially after one tribe just tried to eat me. I'd be a little bit more, I'd have a bit more trepidation. Goodness, this took a turn. I know, no kidding. You'd think they would have took off running, just started punching some of them and trying to get away after what just happened. Really good at the start until this. Now I'm just confused. It's okay. Shh. Ayo. Yeah, here, let me throw your shirt away. Forget the treasure. Let's just stay here. Well, it was in your rider. It said that they had to provide you with flowers and grapes. Guess you can live standing on your head. Your blood flow doesn't care. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, especially since they'd all be really, really, really dead. Yeah, we see something shiny and we just call it floating stars. What makes you think it's for you? How do they sleep? How do they pee? Very carefully. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to think about that. I really don't want to. Oh. I mean, it's a good line on his part. It's a good line. I can't dock his riz. Oh, oh no, those are the other ones helping them. I don't know. I'm getting confused by the people. There's another pot heating up over there. Exactly. Ow. We're kind of running from people right now. I mean, they're kind of getting shot at right now. You shouldn't be, like, laughing about it. Or they're leading you into a trap. Well, camp number 3. Oh, dear. Age has kept catching up with Mick Jagger, I see. Sure. What a day they're having, indeed. That skull has a magnificent jawline. That looks like Murray from Monkey Island. Now I'll teach you to wear your diamonds in public. Oh, well, they're not coming for her. Sorry. Impressive number of extras. Yeah. I wonder if it's a real tribe or a village that was. I'm pretty sure it was Flood City. It probably was because it was shot in Africa. They did shoot it in Africa. That's where most of the budget went. Which may have not been the best decision budget-wise, given some of the other shortcomings, but you know, you could have just thrown him into the alligators and it would have taken less time and been a lot, easier than this. Or the crocodiles, whatever. Or those are alligators, aren't they? I think they're alligators, yeah. Because the pointy nose. Yeah. I don't get the purpose of the ceremony, but okay. Folks need a show. There's so little entertainment where they live true. Quite possibly. They need to build a Thunderdome. Oh, don't show her teeth again, please. Yeah, she's going to listen to that. Oh, that rear projection is bad. I mean, it's not like they could have really hung him up over the alligators, but yeah, she's really listening. It's okay. Oh, okay. So we're gonna Houdini this thing. Oh, David Copperfield makes his entrance. Took those clips of the Crocs from Temple of Doom. It is very. I mean, it was the same year, wasn't it? 85, I think so. Which does beg the question, did Temple of Doom have the Crocs first, or did this have them? I do love the way he punches, just full on, just cocking back that fist and bam. I miss fight scenes like that. I know we were talking earlier about how any more villains or people in movies take like 1,000,000 hits before they go down, but I do miss old school fight scenes like this. Much as I like the martial arts Shaw Brothers type of look. Oh. Okay. Well, we have company. Glad he said the important stuff in English. Yeah, you'd think if he was talking to his own tribe, he would have spoken it in their language instead of in English. You would have thought it would have been that language and then subtitled. Good point. All the people in that tribe running around, what the hell's he saying, man? Everyone speaks America. Darn straight, Omegs. All countries are America. There is no English. Like, see, and Omegs, that reminds me in Star Trek where they used to refer to English, it was just referred to as like Earth Standard. Amen to that, because Earth is America. They just have very good bilingual schools. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Maybe so, because I'm thinking some of these English second language VTubers where I would never know it was their second language. Whoops. It's a good clip for a short Earth is America. That is. Good point. Thank you for pointing that out, Flood City. All the breasts, none of the jiggle physics. Whoops. Okay. It'll be easier to follow him if you don't blow up everything around him. I was looking at the smile on his face. It was like he had forgotten about rescuing her and realized he was at the mines. Even the music is so like Jones. Did they get John? No, this is Jerry Goldsmith. Yeah, I love the soundtrack to this. In a lot of ways, there are some ways I've said before, I don't think it's as complex as Raiders of the Lost Ark, but I do, in a way, I like it better. Some of it. Not all, but some. The theme itself, I do. I really do like the theme. Ugh. I hate quicksand. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't go through the quicksand. Oh. Wow. See, I would have fallen off. I love the lighting in here. I mean, it's just lit red, but I love it. "20 feet over that way." Look pretty solid, yeah. Oh. There's your twist. I don't understand the point of this. So they're trying to put a red hot head on her. I mean, that's really super gruesome when you think about it. Wow, they just explode when they hit the... They explode like my kittens. I mean, not my kittens. I mean the ones on the channel, not I don't blow up cats, chat. They just happen to have an active volcano inside these caves that look nothing like a volcano. Will do. Don't step on the one that's very clearly marked. The one that's so obvious. Temple Doom was 84. Ah. It's like the first half of this was Raiders and the second half was Temple of Doom. Yeah, in a lot of ways, yeah. We keep them in crystal. Yeah, you look just like her, except, you know, being blonde and looking nothing like her. Okay. Well, 3 choices. Well then, Now we're a creature feature. Meanwhile, in Lord of the Rings, oh, here we go. But who wants to buy Iowa? I always walk backwards in spooky unknown caves. Makes it easier to be blind to danger. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Stuff your pockets and run. Yeah, let me step on the obvious rock. Yes. Now it's like the Goonies. Yeah, kind of. What year was the Goonies? I think it was later. It was closer like 80. Was it like 87? 86, somewhere in there? Maybe not. I don't know. Well, it was 85 too. Was it? Okay. And we're going to be coming to one of the worst jump edits I've ever seen. Now, I don't understand what was there or what they... I don't know. It's just so... Because it like cuts mid-scream. You really thought you could hold that up by yourselves? There we go. Everything's cool now. Wah, wah. Oh, he keeps dynamite in his pocket too. Oh, the lid he's got propped up over there. Okay, I could barely even see it. Or not. Here comes the weird jump. Music is cracking me up for some reason. That was such a bizarre edit right there. See, and I love the music, but yeah, it is when you pair it with the imagery, it kind of is. They had to put the fish tank in front of the camera. Yeah. It almost seems like it's something they went back and edited in. It does seem like it was like something they went back later and, hey, we need... Oh, dear. It does seem like it was something that they at the last minute wanted to go and put back into it. So maybe it was different days when it wasn't filled with water. Whee! And the ceiling has miraculously raised itself again. Water looked flat and still. Yep. Only way to make a snake be in frame. Yep. Yep. Yeah, it was a water tank in front. Yeah, absolutely. But I do wonder if it was something they decided to add later on. So they went back and shot it separately. Maybe, maybe not. Fair enough. Nope. They don't look chewable. Oof. That's pretty dark. I couldn't do that. I couldn't just swallow them like that. I have enough trouble swallowing pills without something to drink them. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. No. Yowzers. Whee! Ah! I don't understand the exploding people, chat. Good to know. Wonder what her problem was. I don't know. Well, she didn't want him like being the rightful ruler, so she jumped into the explosive volcano. Yeah, no idea. Oof. Ew. So the cave stood all this time and a few bullets caused the whole thing to start collapsing? It was stable forever, and now he fires a few bullets at the roof and it's... Oh, well, movie logic, I don't need to understand. Don't do that. The whole place will start falling apart again. It doesn't withstand bullets. He really is greedy. I mean, he's dropping more than they probably even have on him. I'm glad they glued those to his head. And here we go, the greatest creature effects that we don't even know why they're in this of all time. Shit. Yeah. The mountain doesn't need diamonds. I'm sorry, I wouldn't have listened to that. Especially once he'd gone ahead and run away, I'd just grabbed it. Seesaw, yeah, Seesaw Loch Ness Monster, great park ride, yeah. We'll bring up the Loch Ness thing too when this is over. What the giant rolling pot reminded me of. That's right, you can't kill Gimli, son. The mountain is fabulous and requires all the diamonds. Exactly. Ow. Oh, greetings, Ruka. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, all the best. Have a great day. Hey, same to you. Thanks for stopping in to say hi. Hope you have a wonderful evening. The stick is the mightiest weapon. Yep. I love that he's not even screaming in pain. He's just still chasing him. And then he blows up. Have fun stream. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, like the kittens. Yeah, everyone in this cave has been blowing up when they hit the lava. That old woman jumps into lava, blows up. Her servants blow up. Yeah, isn't it? Spontaneous combustion. But the stick does not blow up. And now they just put every fire effect they had on hand on the screen. I walk away and get a snack and miss the... Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, yep. The people exploded. And now the Death Star exploded. This is how you create... I know, I'm sorry. I'd rather have the diamonds. Money would be good. Yeah, no kidding. Memories are great and all, but this isn't the remastered version. No ring effect on the explosion. That is huge. And that, you know, they're doing it right in front of them. You know, they can see you. They can see those diamonds. You could have walked away a little more. And you could get a room. I love this music. Yeah, I'm going to double check and see if I could still get the extended soundtrack that they've got, the limited edition one. I think Screen Archives has it. Silent ones. Now the trick is getting home somehow. Yeah, they got to go all the way back. They got to walk all the way home. I have to mute it. I couldn't even... Really? Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not running on stream. Well, I'd have it. If I was running on stream, I'd be able to run at a lower volume. Yeah, I'm definitely going to. He really is the best boy. That's such a stupid joke. That's such a stupid joke. Dubbing editors. Were we dubbing stuff? In fact, maybe we'll watch real quick. We might watch the trailer for the sequel. Good stuff, Indiana. Who was awesome? Yeah, I do love, and the thing is, I do love Richard Chamberlain. I do think Richard Chamberlain's great. That was fun to watch. I never saw it before. Really? Yeah, it's something. I've always enjoyed it. I watched it. I saw it when I was a little kid, so it always has stuck with me. About the same time like I saw Raiders of the Lost Ark and everything. I was lucky enough to see this and Goonies and Romancing the Stone all around the same time. Romancing the Stone's a great one. Although it's more, to me, it's much more of a romantic comedy that just happens to have action stuff to it. Zimbabwe. Okay, so they did shoot in Zimbabwe. The Air Force... Wait, Zimbabwe's got an Air Force? Was that those biplanes? I'm sorry, I don't mean that to be mean. Dun 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 dun. Yay! 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 Let me fix this and get this off the screen. Actually, chat, let's real quickly, let's do, there is a sequel. Oh boy. Access to a version online and a playback timer. Thanks for making it easy. Hey, I try. It's the best I could do. I know there are some movies you could get away with on YouTube, and I don't think this is one of them. Let me go to the other, one of our other rooms for this, and let me pull up the trailer for the sequel. Because there's a sequel, chat, and the sequel we'll do someday. The sequel's really bad. The sequel's bad. Door transition. Oh, I don't want my music there. Let me fix my audio. Let me fix the audio and make sure it is back to monitor and output. Here, let me pull up the sequel real quickly. Chat. Escape. No. Oh, enter. Okay. Fine, I don't know how to close it now. Okay. Media? Quit. There. Okay. Gosh, oh boy. I'm definitely not a boomer. Okay, why isn't... Oh, Firefox is updating. Thank you, Firefox. Firefox is taking a while. Just a moment, chat. YouTube. But I hope everyone enjoyed that. I enjoyed that movie. I mean, it's not the greatest movie, but it is fun. Okay, I'm your Uber driver. I don't know what that is. All right. Alan Quatermain and the Lost City of Gold trailer. File exit. Of course, yeah, I know. Okay, there we go. Film trailer channel, or yeah, I guess that's the only trailer there is. All right.
Switch to turbo.
Alan Quatermain, the master of adventure.
The master!
Teamed up with the most unlikely partner.
America's about 6,000 miles that way.
To pursue the dream of a lifetime.
It's
Now he's got a whip.
And it's crazy.
And it's what I've got to do.
Gold. Streets of it.
I want to
They're
love this
searching
one.
for the long-lost treasure of an ancient civilization. Guarded by a mad tyrant and his ruthless warriors. The odds are against them, and that's the way they like it. Richard Chamberlain, Sharon Stone, and James Earl Jones.
Poor James Earl Jones.
Movie of the year.
At least he
Alan
got a
Quatermain
paycheck.
And the Lost City of Gold.
At least he got a paycheck on this one. Cause at least they gave him a sandwich or something. Oh my goodness. All right, let's go on back into here. That's enough. Let's go back into the library and do a quick chat. I can't speak. I cannot speak. Okay, so yeah, we'll do the sequel sometime, chat. We'll do the sequel sometime. Not much of a sequel, but I mean, it's got moments, but it's pretty rough. If you thought the budget on this one was questionable, yeah, the budget went down a lot. It went down a lot. Oh, painfully bad. The ending of the other one makes no sense whatsoever. It's just all cobbled together in the editing booth, it seems. Oh, thank you, Amex, and thank you everyone who watched. In fact, let's take a look real quick. How many people stuck with us? We got 6 people still. That's pretty good. So thank you everyone for watching. We're gonna do a raid now next week, chat. I don't have the schedule finished, but I can tell you some of the stuff we're doing next week. We will be playing Agree. I will follow the trend, and I will play Agree, the Terms of Service Agreement game. We're going to be doing something called Man, I Just Want to Go Home, which is a visual novel with, like, I think like 12 different endings. And I think it's relatively short, though, so we'll see how it goes. I guess it's kind of a psychological thriller thing. I don't know, something I got in a bundle. We will also next week we will be doing another watching thing on Friday, but it's not going to be a movie. On Friday, we are going to be watching and reacting to Chinese safety videos, which are CGI and pure cinema from what I've seen of them. So, assuming I don't get bonked for them, I'm going to have to check that beforehand, like run a test stream and make sure I don't get bonked, because I want to run those on stream. This was fun. I hope you can find other movies to play with this format. Yeah. Oh, definitely. We want to keep doing this. I'm going to keep checking and making sure the stuff is on archive or other places that are easy access. Because I know when we did transfers and we did the free with ads, there were some countries could not access the video, but the archive.org did seem to work. And as for anything else next week, I don't know. Still working on it. But thank you everyone for watching. Let's see if we could do a raid. We'll do a quick little raid. We got enough people to do a raid, I think. We'll do a simple raid. Who is on? Who is on customization? Have a good evening. Hey, thank you. You too. Thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate it, as always. Yeah, I hope we can do more. I do want to keep doing watch-alongs. Not every week, but I do want to keep doing them. Okay, we've got me. Oh, that's above my pay grade. Nissa's on. Doing Operation I can't read what that is. Sumao's on Anniversary Celebration. Akko Nyanko is doing Hightail. Let me liken. Cup is on. Azure Empress. Mamie Majoko. Oh my gosh. And Rhea's doing a hand cam. Huh. Maybe we'll... I'm leaning toward... And Aiko's doing the breast milk thing. Well, we just did. Oh, and Ava hot. So I want to raid into Ava one day, but I don't think this is the stream for it. Who on? Rhine is on. I don't know who Jupiter is. Let's see. Just a sec, chat. Man, everyone's on. Including a bunch of people. Oh, and wait. Shy Siren is on. And Shy Siren is on too. She's singing... She's doing a karaoke. You know what? I've never raided into Siren. She's always in here. I think that it would be appropriate to raid into Siren. Okay? And just remember, Siren is an all-ages chat. So, best behavior. We love Shy. Yeah, I didn't know she was on this late. Wow. She's doing lullaby singing something. So... that's nice. Show her some love. Okay. End the poll. Y'all really don't want me opening that thing, do you? 17 votes, and most of you do not want me opening the Wada game. I really got it. But almost 30% of you do. That's got to count for something. Ha! All right. We're just going to do a super deluxe tonight. Actually, no. We'll do a low... budget. There we go. Low budget. I don't think everyone knows what WAD is. That could be. I assumed they did, but you could be right. I'm gonna do it anyway. I still think it'll make good content. Unless it's sold tonight already, I'll pull the trigger on it because it is a good price. The one that I'm looking at that I could use just for this purpose, and it is something I'd like to have. Try again on Twitter. Honestly, Omegs, I don't have enough people following me on Twitter. I hate saying that, but I don't have enough. You know what happens when you assume. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Low budget back library raid. There we go. Because it, yeah. Because Indiana Jones low budget there. That'll work. That'll work. All right, so thank you everyone for watching tonight. Thank you, Flood City. Thank you, Omegs. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Twin Opinion, Luciano. I know Greg was here earlier. Judd was here. Ruka was here. Thank you, Ruka. Thank you, Shy Siren, even though we're raiding into you. Anyone else? I know there were other people here, but I can't find anything. I can't find anything. Anyone else who was here, thank you for watching. Lurkers, thank you for lurking. VOD watchers, thank you for watching the VOD. We'll see you all next week. We're going to do a raid. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
We'll be right back.